to take his properties, including this apartment behind me. Aaron?
I'm Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. Why they got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes? Hey man, you know, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man.
Hey, Money Mayweather, Floyd, don't think you gonna surprise me with that big tractor trailer with all them cars on it. I done seen your cars. I done seen them.
Recent reports claim that Floyd Mayweather is under pressure after authorities allegedly froze some of his assets in connection with a $42 million fraud dispute. Mayweather has pushed back against those claims, saying he has met all of his tax obligations. He argues that the controversy is being driven by an unfair media narrative and insists the reports present only one side of the story. Rejecting the accusations, Mayweather maintains that the situation has been exaggerated and amplified by inaccurate and misleading coverage.
Especially when it comes to the media in this country. While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, these are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want? I'm sure I would have been notified much sooner if there were any real discrepancies, right? Bottom line, everybody just wants to be part of the Money May show, including the IRS. That's fine. You can crunch numbers all day, but in the end, my empire is rock solid and intact. Now calculate that. #T.
Rapper and businessman Rick Ross recently appeared to take a swipe at Floyd Mayweather by suggesting the boxing legend is no longer showcasing his fleet of luxury vehicles the way he used to. According to Ross, the absence of those once frequent displays of wealth reflects a noticeable change in Mayweather's financial circumstances. His comment implied that the lavish image Mayweather built over the years may not be as visible today, hinting that ongoing financial challenges could be behind the shift. At the same time, Mayweather's long-standing habit of spending heavily on high-end possessions is now being linked to his reported tax troubles. Reports suggest that while investing millions in luxury cars, expensive watches, and lavish real estate, he may not have properly planned for the tax obligations associated with those purchases. As his collection of luxury assets continued to grow, the financial responsibilities tied to them reportedly received far less attention. That alleged lack of planning has contributed to increasing tax issues, serving as an example of how maintaining an extravagant lifestyle can sometimes overshadow the importance of careful financial management.
$2 billion to purchase a sports team and may never have to pay taxes again. The tax code offers these super wealthy so many methods to erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will be owed. Who cares then? Because the taxes he was supposed to pay during those years, he's going to take that money, reinvest it for personal profit. See you, Floyd. Hit your boy up if you need help with taxes. My name is Duke, and I make taxes very easy to understand.
Following reports claiming that Floyd Mayweather was dealing with financial problems, he responded by stating that he had already paid $26 million to the IRS. Although his statement appeared intended to settle the rumors, it ended up creating even more debate. Critics questioned whether that payment covered everything he owed, while others believed the figure might represent only part of his overall tax obligation.
On Instagram, $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS.
Yeah.
But he showed his actual, $26 million.
They just pay him. Like, I don't know why, like, he's mad at the media. It's like, oh, you guys are making things up. No, it's leaked that you asked to pay after this fight. Like, you make all this money. If I was Mayweather, not only would I pay them on time, the IRS, I'd tip them. I'd be like, hey, here's what I owe you. Here's a little bit. Get your woman something nice, all right?
Mayweather's financial situation has drawn even more attention due to reports of substantial outstanding debts. According to those claims, He owes more than $33 million to boxer Gervonta Davis and is also facing an unresolved financial obligation in Dubai. At the same time, his decision to acquire a $42 million asset only intensified the scrutiny surrounding his finances. Many critics argue that making such high-priced purchases while reportedly carrying significant debts reflects questionable financial judgment.
They got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes. Hey, man, you know, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man, because you already owe Gervonta Davis $33 million that you ain't paid him. Do anybody find it strange that your boy Floyd is on all the IRS money, on Dubai money, on Gervonta Davis money, but yet we have all this stuff, all that flash that y'all see, but y'all realize, man, he get a lot of that stuff free. Now, guys, I'm not hating because that is my favorite boxer, man. And like I said, I'm born and raised in Las Vegas, and I love his grind. He's a hell of a fighter, but man, hey, man, let the chips fall where they may, man. Everybody can get it on my channel. I'm just putting out that news, man, like the feds is putting it out there because the feds is all in that man business right there, man.
People familiar with Mayweather's business dealings have claimed that his monthly expenses regularly exceed the amount he brings in. His high-end lifestyle, marked by expensive cars, private aircraft, and luxury real estate, is said to place significant pressure on his finances. Insiders also allege that while enjoying his lavish spending, he has often neglected to stay on top of his tax responsibilities.
Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
He probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
we
say we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. Yeah. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all.
Floyd Mayweather has repeatedly made bold statements about his income, including claiming he brings in around $3 million every month, an amount he even suggested exceeds the earnings of tech billionaire Bill Gates. However, many financial analysts have pushed back on these remarks, saying they are not realistic and don't align with credible financial expectations.
$300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, you know, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240, and I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. There's that. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone 300.
In just a single week, Floyd Mayweather was reported to have spent around $5 million on real estate purchases and a private jet. This level of high-value spending quickly drew attention, as it sparked doubts about his overall financial management and even resurfaced discussions around his tax-related concerns. While such extravagant purchases may be viewed as part of maintaining his luxury-driven public image, they have also led to ongoing speculation about the long-term stability of his finances.
New York Islanders with fake documents and a fax machine. This is the story of one of the craziest scams in sports history. It all starts with this guy, John Spano Jr. He ran a company called Bison Group in Dallas, Texas. They leased and financed equipment, nothing major, but he was the type of guy to make it seem like they were managing hundreds of millions of dollars. In reality, he was worth less than $5 million, but John always dreamed of being a billionaire, and his way to become one was own a sports team. So in 1995, he positioned himself as a local wealthy businessman and approached the Dallas Stars ownership group as a new potential buyer. The Stars did some basic due diligence and found out that he really didn't have as much money as he was claiming, and then they just dismissed him. So then John tries again, but this time he chooses a brand new franchise, the Florida Panthers, and he actually almost bought the Panthers. But after the owners asked for more thorough financials, the deal fell through. Which brings us to 1996 and the New York Islanders. The owner at the time, John Pickett, was desperate to move the team. He bought the team during a dynasty where they won 4 Stanley Cups in a row during the early 80s. Since then, the team was on a steep decline, losing millions a year. In the early 90s, Pickett tried to sell the team, but every time it fell through. Then out of nowhere, here comes the mysterious business tycoon, John Spano, here to save the franchise. And this time, Spano came prepared with fake financial documents, phony businesses, and forged letters of credit to look legit. He said all the right things, he looked the part, and Pickett was so desperate to sell the team, he did for $165 million. And with no one really looking too deep into it, even the NHL approved him. The wild part is, he was given full control of the team without even making a payment. For 4 months, Spano acted as a legit owner, sat in on GM meetings, signed players, traded players, and even took interviews as the owner. However, the lies did catch up to him. Spano misses his first payment and he blames it on the bank. Then he misses a second payment and now everyone starts digging into his life. Turns out he didn't have any money at all. All of his bank statements were fake, and even his financial advisors were just his friends pretending. Once the truth broke, the whole deal was void. Spano was later arrested and sentenced 71 months in federal prison. Now, something like this would never happen today, but it is pretty wild that Spano owned an NHL team for 4 months with...
The recent reports about Floyd Mayweather acquiring multiple properties in New York City have drawn significant attention. Many people are now wondering what motivated him to invest in these buildings at this point, particularly in light of claims about his continuing financial challenges. The purchases have sparked discussion about his decision-making and the timing of these large-scale investments.
Reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly stated that he bought a large number of buildings across New York City. However, later checks and investigations indicate that these statements may have been overstated. According to available reports, instead of owning full properties outright, his involvement may have been limited to partial investments or minority shares in certain real estate assets.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and 100
true.
and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably
so
62
think about
buildings.
it.
Yeah.
If he has that, some of the buildings might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or knock, if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Right.
Or if he makes commercial property.
Claims like these, often pushed even further than before, only deepen the doubts people have about the way he conducts his business. Continuing his pattern of showing off luxury and excess, Floyd Mayweather was spotted riding in an armored tank during a visit to Mexico. This over-the-top display of wealth drew widespread attention and once again strengthened the perception that he prioritizes flashy appearances over deeper substance.
Viva Mexico! See you now. See?
Floyd Mayweather is widely recognized for owning a massive fleet of high-end luxury vehicles, and he frequently showcases his newest purchases across his social media platforms. Whether it's rare supercars or private jets, his lifestyle consistently reflects a strong emphasis on publicly displaying his wealth and status.
I purchased 3 vehicles. Give him the breakdown, Chadwick. Give him the
2025 Cadillac Escalade V ESV. This is a supercharged motor version. But the best car you purchased is...
what about this? I bought this today.
Brand new 2025 matte blue G63 AMG.
And let's walk down here. Check this out. Come. My new toy.
Give me the breakdown. This is a Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. This is the most rare of all the Chirons ever produced. 1 of 60. This is a 1 of 1 spec. All of the whole body is carbon fiber exposed in blue, and it's been painted. You can see there's blue exposed carbon as you.
Beyond automobiles and private aircraft, Floyd Mayweather is also known for an impressive lineup of luxury timepieces, which further highlights his habit of displaying his fortune. He regularly shares photos of his watch collection online, adding to the public perception of a lifestyle built around extravagance and high-end living.
Right here, I got 3 cases, and they're all full with watches. So when I travel, I like to take, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is Avi & Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back, and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, Avi & Co. As you can see, Avi & Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side. Now, we want to give the people an appetizer or something light. So we give you 2 appetizers, then we give you a main course. Just a few watches that I got while I travel. So check this out. We're gonna go here first. And of course, the company is Avi & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys.
Floyd Mayweather has frequently faced criticism for the way he handles his business dealings, with many pointing out that his focus often appears to lean heavily toward maximizing profit, even when it raises ethical questions. Observers have raised concerns about his involvement in various ventures, suggesting that some of his decisions seem to overlook moral boundaries or legal gray areas. These choices have fueled ongoing debate about how responsibly he manages his financial empire. As a result, skepticism has grown around whether his approach to money can support long-term stability. Critics argue that his financial habits may not reflect sustainable wealth management, despite the massive fortune he has accumulated. Another common point of criticism is his constant display of luxury. Some believe that repeatedly showcasing his expensive lifestyle online does not necessarily strengthen his image of success. but instead could turn into a financial disadvantage by creating the impression that spending defines his identity.
5-fight deal or something like that. You have to check the numbers, but he turned that down to start his own promotion. And when he was with HBO, he worked out that deal to do the 24/7, where you can see the behind the scenes. That was right around the time when reality TV was getting big. So you didn't have social media then. People began to build and know Floyd off of the 24/7. I can tell you right now, my wife even became a boxing fan from watching the 24/7s. So the timing of him becoming his own boss, which you're going to make.
Floyd Mayweather's past includes a long list of legal complications, many of which have been linked to money-related matters. He has served jail time in the past, and over the years his interactions with the justice system have remained controversial and often discussed. Even with his massive fortune, he has frequently suggested that success and global fame have also limited his personal freedom on the financial side. Mayweather's track record has been surrounded by various allegations involving questionable dealings and disputes over money management. At one point, he was accused of either engaging in deceptive business behavior or failing to properly settle tax obligations on his income. There was also a widely reported situation in Dubai where Mayweather was said to have been briefly held over unpaid debts connected to high-end jewelry purchases.
Are true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole.
Public opinion about Mayweather's money management remains influenced by earlier controversies tied to his financial behavior. Although he presents himself as a highly successful entrepreneur, a portion of the public questions whether his approach favors quick profits instead of lasting financial security. His dealings with associates, business partners, and even supporters have often been interpreted as more flashy than strategically sound. With ongoing disputes and legal concerns continuing to surface, some observers believe his image as a financially savvy figure is increasingly being called into question.
He's going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather, and I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts just because, you know, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way if it's removed, you know, it's like, hey, you know, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, saying he believes a belief that was allowed.
And that brings us to the end of today's video. Make sure you stick around for what's coming up next.